So yeah, I created an empire for Poland, a colonial empire, because why not? Enjoy. So for Poland to build a colonial empire, first we need a port, and Poland does not have a port, so we need to steal a port, and to steal a port, we need to invade another nation, and to invade another nation, we need allies. And so far, Poland only has 2 allies, Denmark and Russia. That's not very helpful for Poles at all, even though Poland technically does have a little puppet over here. The first decision the Poles had to become a superpower is to advance in technology. Then all of a sudden, the Poles have been given a great opportunity to give up their land for the rights to walk through Austria. Of course, this was happily declined. Then Poland realised that they need a good excuse to invade another nation. Then a perfect excuse came along. Oh my god, the Austrians and the Prussians are having a little war. But Poles and the Austrians like each other a little bit. That's a perfect opportunity for a double-sided war, and for Poland to gain a port. So it was decided, Poland shall invade Prussia. And so then Poland started heavily militarizing to compete with the Prussian army. After many months of preparing their military, they were ready for a mass invasion. But before they could invade, they were offered peace by Umarids. The king said that he'll do it for Algeria. Obviously it was declined because Algeria has way too many resources in it. But oh well, they tried. And so Poland was finally ready for a mass invasion of Prussia. Their troops were at the border, and Poland was ready for war. And thus the first battle of the war began, the Battle for Berlin, which saw the Poles attacking the capital of Prussia. It all started with an unsuccessful artillery barrage, as the Polish artillery was on a downhill level, and most of the cannon fire did not even reach the walls. And so the Poles sent out their footmen to scale the walls. The Poles managed to open the gate and breach the German defences. The Prussian cavalry charged at them, temporarily pushing them back. Yet this advantage was meaningless as the Poles flooded the gates. The Prussians were no match to the sheer amount of Poles that flooded the gates, and thus the city surrendered. The Poles attacked Śląsk, but the city surrendered immediately, causing no casualties, and so the Poles were left with one singular territory, the territory of East Prussia. So they sent out their capital army towards the city. It started like most Polish battles, so an artillery barrage upon the walls, which was a deadly blow toward the Prussian defences. After many hours of endless barraging, the wall fell, and thus the Poles had an opening into the gate. Yet the Poles were not satisfied. So they created a second opening. The Polish footmen stood firm and advanced as soon as the walls were breached. As the cavalry was sent down to the hills nearby, a small regiment of cavalry was sent down to deal with the Prussian side artillery. Not a single man has died. On the Polish side, of course. A Prussian battalion was sent out to defend one of the openings, yet they were massively outnumbered, especially after a surprise cavalry charge has arrived, decimating the Prussian troops. Soon after the cavalry charge, the footmen advanced. And soon after, mayhem broke out. The entrance was clear, so thus the Poles advanced. Hand-to-hand combat was inevitable. The Prussians were ready for hours of firing, yet they weren't ready for a bayonet charge. Hello, and I hope you enjoyed the first episode of my series of the Colonial Empire of Poland in Total War Empire, one of the most underrated games in my opinion. So like and subscribe and come back for more.